Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right, so we just went over Shohei Ohtani's press conference. First press conference since since King Hustler Ipe fucking rolled this fool. Took up to the tune of $4.5 million from him. But here's another little story about gambling in sports that might fly under the radar because I guess this report came out literally a minute after the Ohtani press conference, which is hilarious and clearly meant as something that can hide behind that news story. Report: NBA investigating Toronto Raptors Jontay Porter for prop betting irregularities. And you said he's Michael Porter Jr.'s brother?
Yeah.
Okay, he's his brother. Now check this shit out. It's from Sportsnet.Canada.
Adrian, Woj dropped that.
Toronto Raptors center Jontay Porter is the subject of an investigation by the NBA looking into irregularities on prop betting involving him. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, let's call him Woj, Brian Windhorst, and David Purdom reported Monday. Here's the tweet here. Toronto Raptors center, he's just basically saying that. Story soon. Woj says Porter is not with the team for their game against the Brooklyn Nets on Monday night. He has been on the team's inactive list since Saturday due to personal reasons. His locker at Scotiabank Arena was empty before Monday's game against the Brooklyn Nets. The Raptors said they had no comment on the story, meaning what? They know about it. They cleared his fucking locker out. This guy probably going to be done.
Yeah.
Meaning there's probably fire where the smoke is.
And he was a marginal player. He was back and forth from the G League and NBA.
Yes. And he already has a brother who's making enough money in the NBA as a lottery pick and on a championship team. A key role on a championship team.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much you pressing for money, really? So if this is all true here of what we're about to read, like, even guys who have shit tons of money can still be, in a way, throwing games for their own gambling reasons. But, it's all speculation. Let's continue reading. ESPN's report came out minutes after Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani held a press conference to say he did not bet on sports and that his interpreter stole money from him and told lies about his alleged gambling activities. And everyone bought it without even Ohtani there, of course. Naturally. The report from ESPN claims that the league is looking into multiple instances of betting irregularities, particularly prop bets involving Porter's game on January 26th and March 20th. Interesting. Interest-fucking-sting. According to the report, more bets were placed than usual on Porter in the January 26th game against the LA Clippers. His props were set at 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 0.5 three-pointers made. Now here's where it starts getting crazy, of where it looks like extra sus. He would end up leaving the game after having played just 4 minutes after re-aggravating an eye injury he had suffered 4 days earlier, according to the Raptors, ESPN reported. He finished the game with 0 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and no three-pointers attempted, hitting all the under for the props that were set for him. Now, someone can write that off as one guy having a bad day and then he gets hurt and then it's a worse day, right? But even if this was the only incidence of this, you have to consider all the bets that were randomly put on this random player right? Like you said, he's like a two-way player almost, two-way between NBA and G League type of guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of like that guy, right? He's not a premier player or anything like that. But why are all these people putting all these numbers onto this guy? Maybe they were like, yo, this guy sucks. He's going to be under. It's like,
It still doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense.
well, what's going to make it look crazier is that there's a second date here, right? There's a March
And
20th.
the same thing happened.
Here we go. Then on March 20th, against the Phoenix Suns, Porter played 3 minutes without scoring and grabbed only 2 rebounds before leaving due to illness, according to the Raptors, ESPN reported. His lines were set at 7.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. Huh. Now it gets a little more sketchy, right? Now there's more data points here. And as like looking at this thing and what makes it make sense in regards to like this could be a player throwing rigging for the sake of fantasy fucking points and some sort of prop bet league thing. It's that if I were doing that, I would want them on separate, like seemingly random days, right? Every
Yeah.
once in a while, where I just get a bunch of accounts, maybe even bot accounts, who knows? Get a shit ton of accounts or get a bunch of friends or something, and put all this money on this guy sucking that day and going under with his points, his stats. And also, if I was colluding with Porter himself, they'd be like, well, like, look, if we're only doing this thing like once a month or maybe even once every 2 months, who knows? All you gotta do is be like, oh shit, my ankle's sore today, I can't go. Or, I'm sick today, I don't think I can play. I'm really sick, man. I had a fever and everything. I got the itis. I gotta be out. Like, these are, in the way NBA players get rest nowadays, like, this is pretty easy to get away with, right?
Yeah.
This could be easy to get away with, but apparently not, because who the fuck is betting on, what's his name? Jontay Porter.
They Porter.
Who's putting all these bets like that? And that's the thing. Do we know the gambling service that they're using?
It's at DraftKings.
Using DraftKings. So if this turns, because this would be under criminal territory, right?
So DraftKings reported this to the NBA.
Exactly. So they already know the names that were placing these bets.
Mm-hmm.
And all I have to do is catch one of them. Catch one motherfucker that knows John Tamer somehow in person. Or through a third, even maybe even indirectly knows him somehow. I don't know. I think this could actually be exposed relatively quickly. It's probably gonna. They've already buried it under Ohtani, and then the results of after the investigation could be some obscure day, just like the gamblers were doing. Just pick obscure days to put, the results out, and it's like kind of goes like, oh, this is just that bad seed. This one guy, he's just a bad seed, and that's what's going on here. Granted, being related to Michael Porter Jr. is like,
Yeah.
Right. Let me just finish up reading this and then. According to DraftKings Sportsbook Daily reports from the next day, Porter's prop bets were the biggest money makers in the NBA on both nights, ESPN reported. Oh, yeah.
That's too obvious. Yeah, that's too obvious.
Before the game, Raptors guard Ochai Agbaji was asked about how gambling has become more of an issue for pro athletes. Really? Oh, before most recent game when this guy got kicked out or something, or the Brooklyn Nets game, I assume. It's crazy. I mean, it's just part of our sports now. It's something that's on a weird line right now. What? Something that's on a weird line right now, he said. Okay. I feel like sports betting has always been around, but it hasn't been as popular since ever. So it's becoming more popular, and obviously you're going to have stuff like this, and it's unfortunate, but stuff like this is going to happen, especially once stuff is so close. Like sports betting and gambling and the sport itself is being crossed and kind of you see everywhere with it. I don't even know. So that's kind of how it is. So this guy's like confirming this. A teammate is confirming that this is what happened. Meaning this is what happened, probably. Like, it's kind of safe to say. The 24-year-old Porter is averaging 4.4 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists, over 13.8 minutes per game this season. Hey, everyone, bet Porter. Like, I wonder if, like, do fans have access to the trends and where people are gambling? Because doesn't it change the? No, it wouldn't change this line, right? It wouldn't change over unders of the
No,
points, right? If
I mean, you would have to. It depends what people are throwing down.
no, I'm saying like if it's straight up like over and under 7.5 points, if a shit ton of people started like flooding Jontay Porter's thing and saying, "Oh, under," would his it wouldn't be like Vegas where the odds change, right? Where it'd be like, okay, we're gonna change it to 5.5 points.
I have no. I can't answer that.
Pretty sure that's how Vegas works. That's how they determine like money lines and all that shit. I think. I'm not an expert. It's something I heard. Uh, and if I had to guess, something like DraftKings, it just stays at 7.5 points. But I wonder if other people, other gamblers who are like legit gambling, would notice, like, be able to see, like, hey,
I do
everyone's picking
know.
under on Porter.
I do know the odds will change depending on how much it's being betted on. I've
Yeah.
seen that happen in DraftKings and FanDuel. The odds change,
Okay. But
but like the actual number, no.
okay. Jesus Christ. Uh, yeah, I'd be curious if fans had access to. Why the fuck is everyone betting under on? Why is everyone betting on Jontay Porter, and why is everyone betting under on Jontay Porter? I think a fan could have figured this shit out, like just seeing that, like a abnormal amount of bets being placed on this guy, everyone voting under, and then this guy gets sick all of a sudden on that day. Like
Yeah,
he does enough to play in the game, but also finds a way to get himself out of the game. Meaning
that's kind of like that's the smoking gun. Like both times you found a way to get off the court because what position does he play? He plays center. He could sneeze and catch a rebound.
yeah,
That's
true,
just the position he plays.
true,
And he didn't need. We needed what 3 or 5 rebounds.
yeah. One was like the March one was 7.5 points, 5.5 rebounds.
And it's the fact that you needed to him go under, and he minimized his time on the court to make
Yes,
sure that would. So instead of him, that's also damning. Instead of him purposefully not trying to score and purposefully not trying to get rebounds, he took himself out of the game.
yes, and
Instead of showing you on the court like something damning, like he's like, "Oh no, I got to cover my ass here. I can't look like I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to play
exactly.
or do my job. I just have to fake an injury."
And if you do that once every blue moon, like
Yeah,
it doesn't look so sus.
but then DraftKings snitched on him.
That's the thing that put him under the microscope is that
Yeah,
thing right there. And also,
he probably didn't. He had no way of. He had no way of considering that.
yes. And if I'm getting this correct, you have to the guy has to play in the game. Like if he's a did not play guy, you wouldn't be able to gamble
No,
on him
yeah,
on DraftKings.
yeah,
He has to at least play. He has to register for like a minute played at the very
yeah.
least.
So he had to find a way to not play.
Yeah, he had to be feeling good during warmups, and all of a sudden, oh shit. Or maybe he's like, oh coach, I'm hurting, but I gotta play today. I gotta play. 1 minute in, oh coach, I can't play
I
anymore,
think
bro.
his career's done, dude. Imagine like he can never complain about anything in the game. They won't put him in that position. He won't be allowed to be put in that position.
Nah, he's done for, and
He's done.
this will be weird for Michael Porter. He's like, dude, that's
Yeah,
your brother too, man. Like, goddamn. And yeah, he was a 2-way contract, so it's like he got called up to to
yeah,
fucking
right.
basically point shave himself. Oh fuck.
I just wonder what kind of money was made.
Dude, that's like fucking. If you look at it, even though it's a small time player on a not as popular team on they're a losing team, right? The Raptors.
Yeah. They're gonna be
Right.
a lottery.
But it reminds you of like old school boxing, like to where the mafia gets
Yeah.
to like a boxer or something, because it's like we need you to screw yourself over. Like you don't have to screw the team over, right? The team's whatever, right? Teams winning and losing and the
Mhm.
point spread and all that shit doesn't matter here. Just you're gonna do DraftKings fantasy, bro.
And apparently
Focusing on you.
something weird happened last week with the Temple basketball team and their
Yeah.
line.
Uh,
I heard
I,
about it.
it would have to be something just like this is how Tim Donaghy got fucking caught. It all comes from people putting a shit ton of bets on some obscure things, like overwhelming, like it's so many bets on them that it like registers where it's like, yo, what the fuck's happening here?
Oh, here we go. Here it is. Gambling watchdogs flags unusual betting activity on Temple's basketball men's game.
Well, wonder if that'll be swept under the rug too. If there's something there, this is definitely there. Like you got his own teammates. Like, yeah, man, you're gonna start seeing shit like this now. This shit's gonna happen more and more often because it's the way sports betting is and how much access everyone has to it and all that shit. But you're gonna see a lot more of this. And so it's like that's basically a teammate confirming that this is happening. And the way the team just dismissed this guy, got rid of him, even though he's not some great player, right? They can just do that, but the way they just
Yeah,
got rid of him and cleared his locker out already and all that shit, and they have no comment yet, like that means there's something here. Like if I had to guess, there's something here. But
okay, so here it is. UAB went on to beat Temple 172 in Philly. It marked Temple's second straight loss following its 72-67 defeat against Tulsa on Saturday, a game in which it entered a 5.5 favorite.
a 5.5 favorite they were
Yeah.
in the UAB game.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it was UAB. No. The betting line for the UAB Temple contest moved significantly on Thursday. The line at one casino moved from UAB as a 1.5 favorite in the morning to UAB as an 8-point favorite in the afternoon before setting closer to 7 before the game actually started.
that means there was a shit ton of bets being put
Yeah,
down,
for UAB.
and
And they won big.
yeah, they had to whoever picked Temple or
UAB, they knew.
yeah, they picked UAB knowing that Temple
It was
wasn't gonna lose by less than 8 points or whatever, right?
yeah,
That's a big mark. You said it was a 30-point game.
yeah.
Maybe they just suck
3 point
ass.
game.
I don't know. Maybe they just suck ass. Maybe someone knew some insider information. I don't know. That's a giant margin, right? To where like if you're losing by 30 points, you could probably like see if someone's like sucking on purpose.
Yeah,
Like it'd be a lot more obvious, right? I don't know.
you'd think.
Hey, we're in the dumb dumb era or shit like that.
Where shit like that passes, bro. Fucking Otani, what the fuck Otani? Like, yo, this shit's passing.
It's fast the smell test somehow.
LaFalco's passing too, man. Like, come on, bro.
All right. All right. So this whole Raptor thing, like, or this Jontay Porter thing. Yeah, there's fire there. There's smoke and there's fire. And I think I got him fired, honestly.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. So, don't forget the NBA will try to like hide things too. They were trying to hide it right under Otani's nose, just like Ipe was, man. They're following the Ipe strategy. Just do shit around this guy, you'll get away. No questions asked. You'll be good. All right. Here's our reaction to Jontay Porter. Caught betting, throwing point shaving against himself, against his own stats.
Great.